Welcome back to my channel. My name is India and this is my husband,
Dakota.
And today we're going to be talking about postpartum through a dad's perspective. What did you feel leading up to the birth?
Excitement, joy, probably nervousness, a lot runs through your head, looking forward to the future and trying to be as ready as possible.
Right, yeah. What was it like seeing the birth? Like physically being there, catching him, seeing me go through contractions, seeing me actually push him out, unmedicated, I might add.
I think it's just a really supernatural experience to witness and be a part of. Bringing life into the world is very
beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel prepared for like becoming a father?
I think it's really like God's timing. I don't know, as much as you try and prepare the physical things and like having the room laid out and all that type of stuff, and think you need more things. I don't think you're ever really ready in that sense, but I know like the Lord's timing, he said it was time. So
what were you scared of, if anything at all?
I don't know that I was really afraid of anything necessarily. I think through the whole process, even like the third trimester, being a little rocky, I think there was still like we were surrounded by the peace of God, so it was really I don't know, just a natural thing, I suppose, if that makes sense. I don't think I was like afraid of anything in that way.
What was the hardest part for you in the first few weeks?
Probably picking up the extra load, like helping around the house more and doing things like that while you had to recover.
He really stepped in where needed and showed up, with the cooking and the cleaning and just being there for Rue and I. And I really appreciate that, so thank you.
You're welcome.
How did you feel seeing me in pain / healing? Like, so for us specifically, like how did you feel, I would say even breastfeeding, I would add that on to us because that was a challenge and you got to witness that. So, but I guess like how did you feel seeing me recovering, even though I had this smooth, beautiful birth, I still couldn't shower on my own, I still couldn't walk myself to the bathroom for like the first week. So like how did that make you feel in those moments?
I think it's always tough seeing someone you love have to like recover. You know what I mean?
You love me.
So just trying to be as supportive as possible and like help out and go the extra mile.
Yeah.
In that way.
Did you feel helpless or unsure of how to support me?
No, I think you're a very verbal person.
Yeah, verbal, yeah.
So you let me know what you needed, and then I could do exactly that the way you pictured it. But we're good. We made it.
Did you go through any emotional changes, like the baby blues, where I think it's like sadness, I think that's what it is. Like you.
Yeah, blues.
Yeah, I think just like sadness.
Depression.
So did you go through any emotional changes?
Not that I'm super aware of, I suppose. It's a different way of thinking, I guess you could call it. Like everything I do now is going to affect not only us, but him and his life as he grows. So in that way, like, I suppose the way I think about certain things and what I'm doing and like how he'll see that type of stuff, that changed,
I would say there was a moment when you were in the room sitting in the office chair and like you just kind of had a breakdown. It was like really mini, but you were just like, I'm overwhelmed, like I'm stressed. He was also juggling a job where his hours were super long. So he wasn't home like on a regular schedule. It'd be like 16 hours almost, and I'm like, okay, we just had a baby, like this is a lot. And he was also taking on a lot more of the house roles as well. So there was a moment where you were just like, okay, I am overwhelmed. I just don't know what to do. So
Sure, still have those moments.
yeah, but I think you can definitely handle them a lot easier now. Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, we're overwhelmed or stressed or whatever. It's just like, I'm kind of like taking on the chin now. Whereas we were in the trenches.
That's what you want to call it.
That's what it was. We were in the trenches.
I'll figure it out fast.
I already know the answer to this. Was it hard balancing work, home, and baby life?
Absolutely.
What was like your biggest challenge?
Absolutely. Trying to work all day, including overtime and extra hours, and then come home and still be lively enough to help out and support.
Did you feel the pressure to stay strong or to act fine?
I mean, a lot of men can probably relate. I think that pressure is always there, like to be the strong one, you know, and to really hold it down in that way. So I think that's always there. I don't know that it necessarily got worse. I don't think so.
The disclaimer, the wives are the ones who really hold it down. So. So what was the scariest thing to do for the first time? Like changing diapers, swaddling, calming the baby, if anything?
I don't know that I necessarily had like a fear of doing anything for him in that way. I can't really think of anything right now anyway.
Just showed up and showed out.
Yeah, just did what I'm good at. Everything.
Oh my God. How did you learn to bond with the baby?
I think bonding, changes. As he goes through different stages in life, I think that's always going to change how you bond with him. But I don't know. Just coming home and being able to see him and pick him up, you know, and be there and show him that I'm present, you know, and he knows who I am. So.
Was there a moment you really felt like a dad? Like one specific moment?
I think anytime I take him somewhere without his mom, I feel like a super dad, you know?
Why do you feel like a super dad when I'm not around? Because you have to do everything?
Yeah. I said super dad, I was just making a joke. But yeah, I feel like a dad. Like it really hits when I'm out somewhere with him. Like, yo, we have a baby.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild. What was something that I needed that you didn't realize at first?
I would just say space, like your own space. You know, I mean, you kind of like, I kind of know that, but didn't process it, I guess, right away. You know?
Like my me time?
Yeah. Which everybody needs that, so, but I just never really thought about it.
What did you learn about my strength during postpartum? What he really thought was like, wow, my wife just pushed out a 9-pound baby at home, no meds.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
It's a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
Kind of don't have words for that one.
Just try.
I don't know, because I'm thinking like spiritually, the strength it takes, and like I know the Lord was present, but just to be able to do that, and then
the recovery, like you were like there firsthand for everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah, just to stay strong and do your best to keep a positive mind was probably challenging, I'm sure. So
how did you feel when you see me down there on the floor contracting?
it's like, it's happening.
Oh my God.
It's time. It's go time. Call the team. We're sending reinforcements.
How did we learn to work as a team? Do you think we work as a team?
I think we work well as a team. I think we're still learning and evolving to work more efficiently together.
Absolutely.
So,
100%. Because I always tell them too, like, we've never been married with a baby. We've just been married. So that's a whole nother challenge.
Right.
We had to redefine team when our son came.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to a new dad who feels overwhelmed?
I think if you're feeling overwhelmed, my advice would be to pray about it for sure, because there's nothing like the peace of God in any situation. If you don't know the Lord, I mean, I would advise you in that direction, of course, naturally, but if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's always best to talk to somebody. That helps a lot. Whoever is around you that you can talk to that'll be serious and have a serious conversation about things should help, I think.
Good morning, boo.
Our
son just woke up. What would you do differently next time? So I'm not gonna say next time. We're gonna say, like, if we had to have Rue all over again, what would you do differently?
I don't know that I would have done anything differently as far as, like, I could say, like, I could have prayed more for sure, or, you know, stuff along those lines, but I don't think it would have changed anything.
I think, I'm not gonna worry about what I think. What helped you support me better? I think, like you said, to me, being verbal, that was probably something I would do.
I think so. Being verbal about what she needed, and then I can do exactly that. So.
Exactly that.
No, whatever she says.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, wives, hold it down.
Sure.
What advice would you give to other partners supporting someone going through postpartum? That's huge. Because postpartum is hard and beautiful.
You got to be there for sure. You need to be able to. That's not gonna last forever, but you definitely need to help out. So you're a part of the team, and we make a team. So
there's no I in team. Isn't that right, boo? There's no I in team. You think we make a great team?
Smile.
If you could describe fatherhood in one word, what would it be?
A blessing. First I thought of grace, and then I thought of mercy, but I was like, no, it's a blessing. Yeah.
Why do you say it's a blessing?
Just to be trusted to bring up a child in this world is, a big deal. So I think, it's a blessing.
That's good. What is something you wish more people prepare dads for? I would say, like, it's not just about the person who's giving birth. Obviously that plays a huge part, but this is his first time going through it as well. He's also going through postpartum. Like, he may not be healing, but this is also new for him too. So I would just say, give your partner grace in that area.
Yeah,
I think I did really well with that, because I'm like, it's not just about me. Like, yeah, I'm laid up in bed and everything, but it's literally about all three of us. We're all new to this together.
Yeah, that's good.
You want to say anything? And is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
No? You should do the outro.
If you guys have any more questions that we didn't answer, or are wondering anything from, like, a dad's perspective, feel free to ask, and we can do another video.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
There you go.
Yeah. Tune in for more content.
Good job.